So far, I had travelled over 2,000 miles and had finally made it to America. And that day was like every other day, meaning it was freezing and I was having a problem with kindness too. This time, a new part of the 50-year-old bug had gotten rather buggy.
My windscreen wipers have stopped working. As you can see, I can't see anything, which makes it a little bit difficult to drive.
If I couldn't get the wipers fixed, there would be no way for me to continue my journey. I had to figure something out, and fast.
Excuse me, sir. We have no gas. There's no electricity.
Oh, you have no gas?
No gas.
That's actually the least of my worries right now, even though I am running low. My windscreen wipers have stopped working.
Despite the brutally cold weather, some kind strangers offered to help.
I'm going to grab a light so I can look at it a little bit
Thank
more.
I mean, this chap's trying to fix the windscreen wipers because obviously I can't drive in the storm.
You're probably going to need a wiper motor.
A motor?
But they didn't have any luck either.
You can run a piece of string through each window. You run string through this one, string through that one. You can both sit there and go down the road like that.
It wasn't looking good. The station attendant directed me to a man named Tom that might be able to help.
So basically what happened was that the windscreen wipers stopped.
Oh, I need your key now.
Oh, you need a key. Shall I start it?
Just gotta turn the key on and try it.
Tom! Give me a hug. Montana Tom!
And thanks to Tom, I was back out on the road with functioning wipers. I continued my drive south and was finally making some progress, until kindness 2 stopped working entirely, and I was stranded on the side of the road. For safety reasons, I made a decision.
Luckily for me, I have AAA, which means it's going to be towed for free. Oh.
I have to confess, sitting in the warm truck cab made me happy for the tow. My rescuer was a very nice man named Wayne.
So Wayne, what are the odds that you meet a stranded Englishman with a 1971 VW convertible Beetle on the highways of Montana?
I can't think of the last time that I've towed one of these bugs. They don't have many heaters in these things, so in this country, they weren't too good.
All right, so he wasn't a fan.
But you made it through the hardest part probably if you came from Alaska.
Well, that's the thing, I did. I made it through the hardest part. That's why it's so annoying.
So what is the symptom of the car?
Black smoke came out of the back of the car.
Did you go through some rain?
Snow.
So it sounds like the distributor cap is wet. So it could be just dried out and maybe it will work.
Are you telling me that if I went back right now and started the car, because it hasn't been raining for a while, there's a chance it may start?
That is a possibility.
When we finally got to town, Wayne not only offered to help me, but he went above and beyond.
He went into the store and bought some tools to fix the car. Spent his own money. You did it! You did it, son!
Any doubt?
What? No, I have no doubts. A few, but not enough. Kindness 2 has been fixed by the great Wayne, and now I have to find a place to stay, and I want to meet as many kind Montanans as I can. Can I live with you tonight?
Oof. I've got a wife and a daughter and no extra room.
No.
What about you?
I live with her, so no.
Okay.
No.
No, okay.
No.
I'd have to talk to my roommate. Are you a normal human?
I am very normal.
You want to put someone in a skin suit? And he basically was asking if we would let him stay for the night, and then what?
I would leave.
And then he would leave. All right, Okay.
Was that a yes?
That was a yes.
Give 5!
My hosts for the night were Ashton and Camden. As it turns out, I wasn't the first strange creature they welcomed into their home.
He's not going to attack me, right?
No,
Do you promise?
I promise.
Oh my God, to get him away from me, I'm not joking. He was staring at me
He was, yeah.
as if he was like literally about to attack me. Why did you choose to help me?
I kind of get a good vibe on people, and they pay it forwards too. Have always been cool. For Christmas, one couple, I didn't have enough groceries, so I was trying to put some back. I was really struggling with it, and a couple actually offered to pay for the rest of my son's and godson's presents.
And how does that feel when someone...
I cried, so...
Despite not having much of her own in the world, Ashton still wanted to help those she could. Imagine if everyone would do that. The next day, I made it from Montana to Idaho. And though I was 2,700 miles south of Alaska, where I started, it was still discouragingly cold.
When I left Canada, I was kind of hoping that I would also leave the snow behind. But as you can see, the snow keeps following me, so I keep on going into the snowstorm. This is a free tank of gas, courtesy of Richard, from Red Deer in Canada.
After hours of freezing driving, I just had to stop.
The snow just doesn't want to leave me alone. I decided I've had enough of kindness 2 at the moment, can't bother to drive anymore. I'm going to stop here, don't really know where I am. This just, I swear, this just fell off and nearly hit me in the head.
Having survived that brush with death, I wanted to learn more about local life.
Apart from potatoes, what do they do in Idaho?
Ski,
Ski.
play in the snow in the wintertime.
Would you guys be interested in teaching an Englishman how to ski?
We got some cross-country skis and stuff. You would try.
I know how to ski,
Yeah.
but I've never done,
Like cross-country.
never. Why didn't I move?
Although it had its challenges, the incredible views almost made it worth it.
But just out of curiosity, why do people do this?
I'm happy to walk, I'm happy to ski, but I don't want to do both at the same time.
How are you doing for lodging this evening?
Literally, you were the first people that I spoke to when I arrived.
Oh, well, we'd hate for you to not, or to be cold sleeping out in the snow. So we have an extra room. You're welcome to stay there if you'd like.
Thank you very much. I will definitely take that. Let me give you
Okay.
a hug.
The kind Hopkins family also treated me to a fantastic dinner. Later, I followed them home.
Are you sure it's safe to go into the woods in the middle of the night?
Yeah, we're fine. We're noisy enough. I think the animals are probably more afraid of us than we are of them. So.
We really are in the middle of the woods. That was the craziest walk up to a house I've ever had.
Well, it's a lot easier in the summertime, but
I was very grateful to actually see that there was a house and that you weren't leading me into the woods.
yeah.
And I would never come out.
A crackling fire and an evening's entertainment awaited me.
Fortune favours the brave.
This leg of my trip may have started very rough, but from the comfort of a warm bed with a belly full of food, it certainly didn't end that way.
I woke up really early this morning, found my way out of the cabin and started my drive south. So it seems finally the snow has departed, but in its place has come trucks and cars.
And a little while later, I had also reached this important milestone in my journey.
The warm leggings are a thing of the past.
Now, the sunny, warm weather may have been part of it, but Salt Lake City seemed to be one of the most beautiful American cities I'd ever seen. But could I find a place to stay in this postcard-worthy place?
I only have a one-bedroom house and not enough place, so
Okay.
there's an answer to that.
Okay.
No.
Thought what I was doing was an adventure, but what these guys are doing is just madness. So I just saw you give a homeless chap an apple. Why?
You know, when I was growing up, my family wasn't always as fortunate, and I think that like I'm now in a position where, like, if I have something on me.
All right, good man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Are you Scottish?
A little bit.
Hi. My name's Hamish.
Good to meet you.
Can I stay with you tonight, mate?
Not tonight, no.
Are you Scottish?
Yes, very.
Really? Yes. I'm Scottish too.
You think?
Right. Where are you from?
Glasgow.
Glasgow. So was I born in Glasgow too. But anyway, can I stay in your house tonight?
No.
Why not?
Because my husband's traveling and he would kill me.
Oh no.
Just when I was about to give up hope, I met a young woman named Karen. Would you even consider letting me stay with you for just one evening?
Well, first of all, what's your name?
Okay, my name's Leon.
Hi, nice to meet you. Why are you doing this?
As a kid, I was bullied profoundly and I felt very alone. And I always wondered why people were unkind. And I went out to the world and started traveling, relying on kindness, because I wanted to show people that kindness was alive and well.
I'm a little apprehensive about it because I don't know you. I'm actually going to dinner right now with my fiance, so I think it would be great maybe if you meet him and we kind of feel the vibe.
Absolutely.
I can invite you to dinner.
Agreed.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Her story, as I learned, was quite remarkable.
When we moved to the U.S., I actually grew up in Dominican Republic, and we didn't have a place to stay.
Were you ever homeless?
Yeah, I was 10 years old.
What was it like being homeless as a kid?
It's kind of scary, especially because it was in the Bronx. So a lot of drugs, human trafficking, terrible education, people get shot every day. So being in that kind of environment and not having a roof over your head, not having family, not speaking the language, that was probably the scariest thing. On the physical side, I lost a lot of weight. If we had one piece of bread a day, it was awesome. Obviously being cold and sleeping on the floor. I think that was mostly like harder just to watch my mom cry about being in that sort of situation with her children, because I don't think she ever wanted to go through that. Sorry, I don't want to cry. That, and also like watching my mom like really struggle internally with how she was at this point in her life where she had no support system and she was just on her own, trying to figure this out and always like crying. One of my dad's friends, this lady, was kind enough to kind of take us in, and she turned her living room into like a room for my mom and my brother and I. And we lived with her for 2 years. Yeah, it was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's actually really remarkable, especially because she was working as a nanny at the time, and she basically fed, clothed, put a roof over our heads, plus her 3 kids and herself. So it was like 7 of us in one house. And now she's my Aunt Elida. That's what I call her.
When you hear this, what happens inside you? I mean, this is your fiance.
I grew up in a middle-class, white, like, nothing bad happened to me ever type situation. So I hear these stories and, like, I honestly just can't fathom it.
Her story made me curious about what she did for a living.
I work at a clinic, and every day I just like help people find insurance, get access to like multiple resources. I connect them with someone that can help them with housing, behavioral health, or maybe a rehabilitation center.
Do you know what I find incredible? Is that when you were 10 years old, you were saved by someone that gave you guys hope. And that is exactly what you do.
Didn't think about it that way.
You may not have thought about it that way, but that's what you do, right? You give people hope.
I guess.
Every day. Every day you give people hope. The same way that your auntie gave you guys hope. You give people hope every single day. And that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. So, I think if you feel comfortable, do you feel comfortable with him? Go, yeah. I think we feel comfortable. I think it would be great. You can stay with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, let's have that be the plan.
And I became just one more person she wanted to help.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Of course. Thank you. Okay.
This is our spare room, and we can set up an inflatable bed for you, right? We can give you some blankies. You'll be set.
I feel compelled to give Karen one of the gifts. After all the hardship that she suffered as a kid, and now she's going out into the world and trying to figure out ways to make a massive difference. Karen, I'm going to give you a gift. As a kid, what did you want to do?
I wanted to go to work for International Justice Court, help people who were being trafficked. Also dreamed of like bringing clean water to a lot of countries where like they don't have access to it. So that's kind of what I wanted to do when I was young. And I think in some ways I still want to do that. What did you want to do when you were 12 years old?
I wanted to be a soccer player.
A soccer player?
Yeah. You say that as a 12-year-old, but you still want to do that. So yeah. Many people lose that sense of magic.
I guess my experiences and my family just really taught me that I need to. Because so many people help me, you know? Like my mom, my aunt, my dad slaved in the US and was like homeless all so that I could be who I am today. But the purpose for that was so that I could then turn around and do that for somebody else. Like there's just not an option. Sorry, I like want to cry.
So how does that make you feel that every day you go into work and you make someone else feel like they are important and that they matter?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm making a difference. I would love to create a program where minorities or kids in urban cities have access to like really good education or technology, to the arts, math and sciences.
You know, what would happen into this world if more people were like you? So I haven't told you everything about what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm traveling around the world relying on kindness. And the truth is that whenever I meet someone who has a magical heart, I give back. So after getting to know you today, I want to give you two things. The first thing is I want to send you wherever you want to go in the world, where you can help kids to get free water, where you can help kids to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Thanks, man. Sorry. What? You're joking.
I am. Do I look like I'm joking?
No, you look really serious.
Wherever you want to go in the world, whatever cause you want to do, whoever you want to help, I will make that happen.
Like if I wanted to go to Ghana?
Absolutely.
So who are you?
I'm a person just like you,
who had their heart broken and tried to fix it, and then wanted to go out and share it with the world.
That's awesome.
The second thing is that when you come back from wherever it is you want to go in the world to help spread kindness, I will help you to set up your charity.
That means so much to me, man. I'm sorry. That means so much to me, man. You have no idea how much I wanted to do this like my whole life, man. Especially for the kids in the Bronx. I'm so sorry. I generally cry about stuff. I'm sorry.
The beautiful soul that is Karen speaks for itself. She emerged from the brutal trials of her childhood an adult with a pure and selfless heart. She is a lesson to us all. I may have given her a gift, but she gave me a role model for humanity. Next time.
Them white ones are pretty tough.
You're ruining my reputation.
Okay, no, don't gallop. Don't gallop. Slow!